What will we cover in this video? I'll tell you what we're going to discuss because there's a lot to cover. After all, the markets are looking great. Many people may be asking you how come we're down, but don't worry, because many of these are also holding up well against Bitcoin users. I want you to be aware of that. This small correction was necessary, so don't panic. We're not in a bear market. This was normal. You had another chance, which we discussed, to acquire some assets. I'm going to make some additional purchases today. I'm not sure what I'll buy yet, so you'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, we'll see what happens and we'll discuss XRP's rise to $18. Yes, you heard correctly, we are discussing this bull cycle. We will hear from Stuart Alderoty as he fights the US SEC. After examining the XRP chart that we have been preparing for you for a few months, where we are now sitting with it, we will return to the XRP price chart. Indeed, without further ado, take a seat back, unwind, and let's get started. At $92,095 right now, Bitcoin has decreased 5.97% during the last day. With a current value of $3,331, Ethereum is down 5.22%. Both USDT and USDC are trading at 99 cents, while XRP is doing rather well at $1.33. It has dropped 9.92% during the last day, indicating some life on the hourly view. I told you that when we discussed the price of XRP, we would eventually reach a range of roughly $1.50 to $1.75. Once we reached that range, there would be a correction. Here's the correction. Keeping above $1 is all that is required of US, and staying at these levels or over $1 to make our next move up is quite acceptable. I do like what I am seeing and like where we are headed. The next move would be a break between that $1.50 and $1.75, which would cause us to shatter the all-time high from 2020. Where am I? Bitcoin goes, look, Bitcoin, it's around like I think, but I didn't remember to pull up the chart to show you the price, which is something I always do. If the market makers permitted us to go to that area, we would sit out between 85 and 87, which was the lowest of the markets. I don't think they'll let us travel to that area. Truly, I don't. I believe I will be opening long for the first time in history if we do make it down there. I don't open long because I don't open long. But if, for some strange reason, the price of Bitcoin drops below $85,000 or $87,000. Although I don't see it occurring right now, I do see a recovery approaching, therefore I will be sincere. As I have stated, we are in a bull market and bull cycle. It's going up, up, up. You have to make some corrections along the route, therefore we will see some along the way. When something rises, it must fall. Since people also make money, we will see these incredibly healthy corrections. However, I enjoy the positions we are in, and these pullbacks allow you to purchase a different asset, perhaps something you missed and really wanted to acquire. For example, Quant is still holding fairly nicely around the $93 region. It makes me joyful. Let's examine our infant Velo. How is she doing? Not even she is impacted. Velo didn't go down to 0.015, which was not what I was hoping. It's all right. What about ideology, people? How are things going? Most likely, I was taking it. It's probably taking a drop, but I had to guess. The fact that ideology is holding here at 0 indicates that it will be ready to tear when we recover further. It's holding up fairly well because this is a low cap. One of the things I mentioned on Twitter that you should invest in is ideology. Is it too late? 100%. No, this will rip like crazy. We're talking about the potential for you to make 6 figures out of $1,000. How insane is that? This isn't financial guidance. This is a freaking gem that is hidden. For those of you who follow on Twitter, now post this. Let me show you how to use my Twitter page. Visit my Twitter account. Visit the tweet I've pinned. Click on this form. Please complete the Google form I provided. Once completed, I only need to look at the address. A starter pack of 20 cards, all NFTs, for the first ever King of the Jungle trading card game on the XRP ledger is being sent to you. That's all. Complete it. We've opened the first pack, I grant you. A pack is yours to open. 20 cards will be given to you. After that, you can play the game. It only needs that. People, this is the first trading card game ever on the XRP ledger. This promotion won't last long, so act quickly. The largest on-chain update since its debut is AVAX deploying 9,000 on the test. It claims that the possible petrol taxes have been reduced by 96%. They have several AVAX-like features. I don't even have to endure this. One of the largest winners in cryptocurrency cycles will be AVAX. I believe I've been phoning AVAX for the past 6 months or so. It will tear. Many folks are using it to sleep. Each coin for this will cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Right now, where are we sitting? We're approximately $40 or $41, I suppose. Don't put it off, it's a major improvement. CLO Stuart Alderoty lashes out at the SEC. They are already criticizing the SEC for boasting about enforcement actions and record fines. According to the report, the SEC was attacked by Stuart Alderoty for boasting about record fines and enforcement operations. A professor boasting about high failure rates and cheating scandals is already compared to the SEC's allegations. Excellent analogy. Investors accuse Gary Gensler of being the least successful SEC head in history and claim that his agency has hurt investors. How would you feel if you were Gary Gensler, after all? When you were at MIT, you were among the most qualified individuals to fill the position of the SEC. Everyone was ecstatic, they researched you, and many people liked you. You most likely smiled broadly because he could see everything that happened. He is aware of everything that is happening, so don't assume that he doesn't. People eat you up when you go to the SEC, but they say things like, "You were the worst SEC chairman ever, you actually harmed us." A lawsuit against him for his actions is being discussed. Yes, it's amazing how fast things can change. Then, we just learned that Jiva Technologies, a publicly traded company, has adopted Bitcoin's treasury strategy. This is going to be adopted by a lot of businesses. It's no secret that they will all approach this from a MicroStrategy perspective. Institutions are getting in, after all. For Bitcoin, the time is too soon. Why wouldn't you? This is a chart that Keith released. We discussed this a while back. As you can see, we discussed this large blue box that signaled it was time to go. What would happen if we stepped inside this blue box? It was time to go. Is this green arrow visible to you? This implied that the cost would increase. On XRP, can you see where the candles went? Yes, they rose. What follows the green box, then? The red arrow indicates that we have descended, which we are currently witnessing. What happens next, do you know? We ascend once again when the green arrow returns, and this would lead us to this year's next upturn, which will continue into the first quarter of next year, and is expected to be extremely explosive. Following that, we have another correction as we reach the midpoint of the bull run. The correction is that. That is something we have been discussing, and it occurs around the 2025 tax season. Many individuals are going to freak out at that correction. The scariest part comes after this correction, the parabolic blow-off top. Because you will be selling during the next mega push-up, many of you will not be present for the parabolic blow-off top. You will believe the narrative that circulates on social media that the bull market is over and that the bull run is over by 2025. However, as I'm telling you now, it's not finished yet. Just keep this in the back of your mind as I relate it to you. Fibonacci levels are thrown out by Igor Crypto. Look at this, people, he has his little sweet spot on the 0.332 to 0.5 to 0.618 fibs. Look, Rips won't be upset if these figures materialize. I want you to know that I won't be upset if these figures are reached and egret is tossed out there. In fact, I'll be hosting the largest celebration for XRP, Ripple, and cryptocurrency owners. When we reach double-digit XRP, I'll be hosting the biggest party. XRP is currently $13, $27, and $44. To be honest with you, I believe that this year will see him reach his first aim of a stunning $2. His next target is sitting at $13 XRP. Hey, I've spent 7 years at home. I would be happy to accept $13 XRP if you would like to give it to me. I am available for it. Let's prepare for this bull run's next leg up.